Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm going to just do a quick video about something I mentioned on my last video, which was about potentially using this cork notice board I bought for £3.50 just to do a very simple layout on. And I think I mentioned about that. I was looking at maybe using the Kato track. And the reason that comes about is because I quite like continuous layouts, which obviously are pretty much an oval or circle. And this is one I've made previously, which has got a total radius there, or length from one side to the other, look, of 11 inches. And that was made by using the Pico FlexiTrack and bending it around. Now, the smallest one you can buy from Pico is the Radius one, which is 18 inches. So obviously this one here you see in front of you is significantly smaller again. And anyone that's ever tried to bend FlexiTrack to this degree to make it into a circle like that knows that it's actually incredibly hard to do. You're fighting against the track wanting to pop out and straighten out. You know, you're at risk of sort of cutting your fingers because it's quite hard work. You've got sharp edges there, and trying to get the fiddly fish plates to join together, especially around the end of the loop, is really quite hard. So that's the only downside for Pico track for me. The Radius 1 curves are just a bit too big. I mean, really, there are plenty of small trains that will go much smaller than that. And so if you like continuous layouts like this one, like I do, then you know you're sort of quite limited there with the Pico track, because you know the minimum layout size you can make is actually quite big. So although I managed it on this one, it wasn't a particularly pleasant job. And I've seen on some other videos where people were using Kato track. And Kato track comes, you can buy Kato track with much smaller radius curves. In fact, the lowest curve you can get is this one. And this one, if I put it in front of this tape measure, is around about totally 9.5. So it's even smaller than the one I made here. But obviously Kato, because it snaps together, you don't have any of the hassles and the problems that you get trying to do it yourself using FlexiTrack. So I've seen people make really small layouts using this particular piece of track here. This is the smallest curve you can buy. In particular, what it is this set here, which is the R117. So that's a total of 230 odd, 23 centimeters, isn't it? So that's the R117 kit, and that's the one assembled there in front of you. So you can actually use that to make a tiny layout almost in a box file if you want to. So anyway, because I was interested in that and I thought, oh, I quite like the idea of getting these small radius curves, I've ended up buying on eBay a used set from Kato, which is this one over here. I'll just put this out of the way. There we go. So I've purchased the M1 set. And to say I'm impressed is quite an understatement, really. So the M1 set comes with an oval of track, UK power plug, power pack, and obviously the controller there, as well as all the wires you need to get going. It's a really nice set. So on the back, it just kind of explains the setup really. So you've got basically obviously all around ovals, and they've got the M sets, so there's M1, M2 mainly, and then you've got the V sets. And the V sets, the idea is you add those to the M sets. Once you've got one of the M sets, you've got everything you need to get a train running with the controller and everything. If you then add the V sets, you can either add extra ovals, inner or outer. You can then add the turnouts and things like that. But like I said earlier, I'm really, really impressed with this. I never really took Kato track seriously before, but having a go with this, it really is just fantastic. The first thing you notice when you open the box, you've got a really neat tray underneath within the box itself. As it says there, instruction sheets, and you can also use this tray to store additional trains and track. The quality of the track is just superb. If I can see if I can open it while recording, there we go. So there's a straight piece of track. Now, if you haven't ever got this before, it's so easy to put together. You literally just line up the joiners and push, and it sticks together really well. Obviously on a flat surface, that's going to go together really well. And then to pull it apart, you just slightly twist it as you do so like that, and it goes apart. You can do that endless times. You can literally assemble and disassemble this set on the carpet, wherever you want, in 10 minutes. And it's ready to go again. Now, anyone that's used the Pico track, the Pico set track, with the fish plates there, I mean, from personal experience, put it together the first time, it's really good. You put it together the second time, it's great. Once you get to the third and fourth time, the fish plates are getting looser and looser, and then you start getting really bad electrical connections. So it's not really designed to be put together and taken apart again. Yes, the Kato stuff comes with this pre-ballasting, which is pre-ballasted, which is obviously plastic. It doesn't look too bad in my opinion. You can also enhance it by spraying it and adding on the ballast. But for someone who's like new to the hobby or doesn't want all the hassle, this is so good. When I set this oval together and I put this power pack on, this Kato power pack, I was amazed at just how smoothly all my trains were running on this oval. So it really has impressed me, and it's such an easy thing to wire up. It is more expensive, but then you don't have to ballast it. And if you do buy any of the points, they come pre-connected with a point motor within the actual ballast, so you never have to worry about putting the point motors in. You can buy the sets that come with the point buttons and everything, and the wiring is really simple. So there's a lot of barriers to entry, particularly N-gauge, because there's a lot of daunting stuff you've got to do, and ballasting itself is a really hard skill, I think, and it's very easy to ruin your track, certainly your point work. So the Kato, I would really recommend investing in a Kato set for anyone that was new to the hobby or just wasn't really up to sort of doing some of the more complex things like the ballasting and some of the wiring and the point motors and stuff like that. This is really, really good. So that's just a quick look at it. Another good set is the CV1 set. That just simply gives you a small oval of track together with a power connector, which is what this is. This bit just clips under the bottom of the track feed section. Let's see if I can find it here. There it is. Yeah, so you see, you simply just put the plug in just there, and that's how easy it is to apply the power to the track. And you can do that with as many pieces of these as you want. So obviously you can get additional power feeds into the track. But the another good set is the CV1 set, which comes with another oval like this, but just smaller. And that's actually the one I was looking to get in order to put on this sort of notice board here. So, the idea is I'm going to maybe just, as well as all the other projects I've got on the go, just use a small, simple Kato Unitrack oval just to build a fun layout on this £3.50 notice board. Just as an extra little project. And yeah, having a look at the Kato, I would definitely say if you're thinking of getting into the hobby, if you're not that experienced in all the various aspects of building track, go for a Kato set, because I am seriously impressed with it. And something I never really paid any attention to before. I think it is gradually becoming more popular, and I can understand why. So that's it for tonight. Not much else to say. I'll bring you an update on my other layout next time. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.